Okay. There.
They just all needed to be let in.
Okay, are they
Okay.
in? Let me see if she's in.
I can see
Let's
that
see.
they've showed up.
Patrick, can you hear us okay? Can everybody
Yes.
hear us?
Everyone's on mute, I think, right now. So maybe if you could put a thumbs up or something.
Allow mic. Patrick, what do we do? Do we allow mic for everybody?
No, they are not on mute now. When they get in, they
Okay.
are not on mute.
Okay, Karen, can you hear us on the call? Can you unmute yourself? So she's texting me that she's in, but no one can say anything.
Yeah. So when you're when I see all the
Oh, look,
okay.
Olga is giving us a
Jen,
thumbs up.
I
Yeah.
will send myself to my personal email an invitation and come back as a participant.
Okay.
So we see if it's working the volume.
And
Thank
all
you.
of the attendees, it shows that their microphone's off, except for Patricia.
Hi, I can hear you guys.
Yeah, but they are not
Okay.
in
Oh,
yet.
Patricia can
Who's
hear us.
that?
Hello, Patricia.
Yeah, hello.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Is anybody else can anybody else hear us? Can you take yourself off mute to say hello so we know that you're present and that you can hear us?
Helen is here. Can you hear me?
Helen's
Yay.
here. Perfect. Karen, are
Okay.
you there?
Alberta's here.
Alberta's here.
Oh.
Perfect.
Olga's here.
Olga's here. Yay!
Yay!
Okay. All right. Karen cannot unmute for some reason or another, but she can hear.
Okay.
Okay.
So as
Anybody
long
else
as
on
she
the
can hear, because if Karen has any questions, she could always type them into the chat. If
Okay.
she's not able to work the
Okay.
microphone.
Let me ask if she can hear us. Can you hear?
Okay, 1, 2. Can you hear me?
Oh, you're
We can
there.
hear
Yes,
you.
we hear
Okay.
you. We can hear you.
I'm good. I'm gonna go back
A
on
one,
mute now.
two, a 1, 2, a 1, 2. No. Okay. All right. We're coming all in. We're gonna take a minute because it's supposed to be about 13 of us. So let's just be patient. But I know this is kind of a new system for people to navigate and to click here and click there and click everywhere. So I appreciate you guys. I really do. This is gonna be an amazing presentation. I promise. All right, I don't see any more texts right now. Jennifer, any other people do you see coming in that I don't see?
Not yet. No.
Okay.
I think you're down as a presenter as well, Ty, so you'll see exactly what I'm seeing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I'm excited about South Africa.
I know.
Yay.
Okay, let me see. I know one person is not on. Let me see. Oh yeah, she is on. Okay, Rhonda says, is there a meeting ID? Let me just send her what I just sent to you guys. So just everybody be patient. Thank you for your patience. Is there a meeting ID? I registered, but it's not sending me confirmation. Okay, let me send her what I sent. Okay, she can click here. So she should be on. Okay, anybody new? Queenie's on. Okay, great. Okay, Rhonda's coming back to us. Okay, it's just 6 o'clock, so hopefully other people will roll in. Thank you guys for just,
No, thank you for letting
being
us know.
patient and understanding that this is new. So we're all just trying to navigate these new waters. But I want to make sure that everyone gets in.
Okay, we have, did I hear somebody
else?
ping?
Yeah, David, I see it. I'll let him in.
Perfect.
Okay, David. Okay, cool. All right.
Welcome, David.
Great.
I think he's on mute as well.
Okay.
Okay, I think I'm on now. Hello?
Hello,
Yes, you're
David.
there. Hey, David.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Soon to say welcome to Africa.
I know.
It's
Yeah.
been,
Yeah.
I know. We finally arrived, huh?
No,
Ty.
y'all trying to go all the way in 2028. I don't know if I want to wait that long.
Oh, you will.
It'll be
I
worth the
promise
wait.
you. I promise you it's worth it.
This one will
You
be worth it.
Yes, it
I
will.
promise you.
Ty, has anybody been to South Africa yet?
No.
Oh my goodness, everybody's in for a treat.
Not yet.
Not yet. I like that,
exactly.
Olga.
That's why we're
I
here.
like
That's
it.
why we're here.
Yes.
Okay, let me just, I think a few more people are popping on, so we can just give them some time. Let me see. Okay, I think Rhonda is trying to pop on.
Rhonda's here. Well, she was
She's
here.
there?
Yep. Rhonda Evans
Okay.
is here. Yeah.
Okay, see, I don't see everybody. That's what I was saying. Oh, I see 11 people, but I don't see. Let me see if I can see who
And
they
we
are.
have
Okay,
Shannon.
I'm here.
Shannon is here. Hey, Shannon, you're here. You made it. Okay. All right, so we got 12. I think we have 3 more. Yay! You guys all understood the assignment. Yes. Okay, let's see. Okay, so one person is still at work. She can't join. That's okay. So now I'm just waiting for. Oh, Rhonda's already in. So then Charmaine. Rhonda's in. So just Charmaine. Let me see. Oh, Tori is coming, but she's wanting the code. Let me just send her this. Okay, so I just sent her that. Who else? Let me see. Okay, Charmaine is coming. She says she's in. Oh, yep, Charmaine's in. All right, I think we can get the party started now. All right, cool. All right, you guys. Well,
Right.
welcome to this amazing South Africa presentation. So I just want to share with you guys a little bit about the 2 ladies that you see here. Aisha is the lady who is like, I don't know, she's global. She is fantastic. She knows all things about everything all over the world. She is a South African, I guess you can say, expert. This is her #1 continent country that she puts together throughout the year. Her and I have been working together on multiple trips, but particularly this one for a few months. And I am so honored and so pleased with what we have put together. It was quite, it was quite a few, changes and updates and take this out, add this to it. And that's one of the things that I love about my trips is that they are all custom. And so Aisha and I have gone back and forth for the past few months to make sure that this trip is going to be the trip of a lifetime. This is not a cookie cutter South African trip. This is not a trip that, that you have, seen on other groups. This is completely a premium, wonderful, fantastic, no holds barred trip, but it's a doozy. She has been with Go Away for over 10 years, and she has just been working close with me, and I really appreciate what she has done and how this is going to be laid out. Miss Jennifer is amazing. She has been with Go Away for over 4 years, in the industry for over 20. She is the director of sales. She has been to South Africa multiple times. So not only is she going to be the one to present the presentation, but she has her own testimonials, her own experience, her own boots on the ground stories of South Africa. And a lot of the things that we will see tonight, not only will they be videos, but then also actual photos from places that she has gone. So she's going to share with us, just lay it all out, because this is one of those trips that just needs a lot of show and tell. And so I'm excited. I'm going to turn this over to Miss Jennifer. She will now start the meeting. And so she's going to put you guys on mute. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. We're going to try to get through the presentation. And then at the end, we will answer all questions. Okay.
Thank you, Miss
Thank you.
Ty. I feel like I'm accepting an Oscar after after that intro. Thank you very, very much. But as Ty mentioned, I'm Jennifer. I'm the Director of Sales for GoAway. I'm just going to give you a very, very quick overview of GoAway if you don't know who we are, okay? We are the tour operator that Ty has teamed up with. As she mentioned already, Aisha is Miss Extraordinaire. She knows the world inside and out, and I think might be a bit biased, Aisha, but you might say Africa's your favorite place to sell. But GoAway, we are a tour operator. We're in business. We used to say 55 years in my corner there, but it's not. We're 56 years in business, okay? Which means that we like to think we know what we're doing at this stage. We've been around a while. We are a family-owned business still, okay? Mr. Bruce Hodge is 83 years young and still comes into the office 3 times a week, okay? We're a family-owned business with 800 team members. So we care. We have 24/7 customer care, I think. So I think that's really, really important for people to know, because heaven forbid something happens when you're in South Africa and you need to get home or whatever it might be, you are literally one WhatsApp message away from getting somebody from our team, okay? And our partners on the ground in South Africa, actually, I'm not even going to call them partners. I'm going to call them family, okay? Because they are absolutely phenomenal. So at the moment that you land in Cape Town, you are going to be looked after, okay? And normally I'm very biased, okay? If you can tell by my accent, I'm Irish, and I always say Ireland is probably one of the most welcoming countries in the world until you go to South Africa. Okay, I actually think that they might trump Ireland. So we have got a little presentation done for you today, okay, just to showcase the itinerary. As I mentioned already, Aisha is the person. Aisha and Ty are the two duo that deserve all of the kudos with regards to this itinerary. I had nothing to do with it whatsoever, other than the fact that I am oozing with jealousy, because I think, was it David said he couldn't wait until 2028. You are going to you're going to want to wait, okay? This is as Ty mentioned already, it's not cookie cutter, okay? That's not what GoAway is all about either. Everything that we do is private, tailor-made and customized, okay? So Tom, Dick and Harry aren't going to be on your bus or on your excursions or in your paddle boat when you're mingling with the penguins, unless they're part of your group. Okay, so I just want to reiterate that. I'm going to share my screen now. Let's see if this works. And I'm not into technology at all, everyone, okay? So I apologize in advance. We're going to pivot at times, okay? We'll do our best. So if can everyone see my screen? Ty, can you see it? Give me a thumbs up. Okay, perfect.
Yes,
Perfect. So yes, this is, we're talking about 2028. Okay, so it is a while away, but I don't know about you guys, the way time is going now, it's passing by like that. Okay, so it'll be certainly worth the wait. This is December of 2028, and it is an 11-day journey of discovery. Some of the nitty-gritty stuff about going to South Africa, okay? Entry requirements. What is the most important thing you need? You need your passport. Don't know if you can see my passport there. I have it in hand. But you need your passport. Great thing if, I'm assuming everybody's American citizens. If you're American passport holders, you do not need a visa for South Africa. Okay, it's a very, very easy process. Just bring your passport. We always make sure the legality of it is that you need to have 30 days of validity when you're leaving. By the time you're leaving, I always recommend having 6 months in your passport anyway, okay? There are no special vaccinations needed for South Africa. So other parts of Africa, if you were going to Ghana, for example, you would need yellow fever. You need nothing for South Africa. Now, the area of Kruger that you're going to, where you're going to have the most ultimate bucket list experience when you're doing safari in the Kruger area, has got, it's known to have malaria at times, okay? Don't be frightened by that. There is malaria medication you can take. I've personally, as Ty mentioned, I've been lucky enough to explore South Africa several times. I've personally never taken it. However, we're not healthcare providers. Make sure you talk to your doctors before you go, okay? And then travelers insurance, Ty can tell you all the most important things about insurance, okay? I don't need to give you a lecture on that anyway. December in South Africa, so weather-wise, listen, Mother Nature, she's off her meds a lot of the time right now, okay? However, what I will say is, yes, Ty, you have a question?
We're recording this, right?
Yes, we are. Yep.
Okay, that's it.
Thanks for checking.
No, it automatically does it in a webinar. I checked already. Yes.
Okay.
So in December weather, it is summertime in South Africa. So it's the opposite to the North America, okay? Weather will be absolutely fantastic if Mother Nature sticks to what she should be doing, okay? So you're talking like it ranges from like Cape Town. Remember, you're right at the coast, okay? So Cape Town temperatures range from 65 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. Then when you go into Kruger National Park, it gets hotter. It's almost like that desert feel to it. Can get chilly at night, okay? And then when you go to Johannesburg and Victoria Falls, it can dip a little bit in temperatures as well, but it is summer. It's going to be t-shirt weather. It's going to be shorts weather. What I always recommend, and I think we have some packing tips here as well. Listen, a lot of this is common sense, okay? But what I always recommend, in your remember, you're going to have a private vehicle everywhere you go for your group. There's AC blasting sometimes, so it can be chilly. Sometimes good to even have a hoodie, that type of thing. And when you go off on your safari drives early in the morning, can be a little bit chilly. The Safari Game Reserve will provide blankets on that. But best advice, Aisha, we can give good walking shoes. This is not a sitting on a bus watching the world go by type of tour. This is a adventure that you're going to immerse yourself in activities. You're going to get, I don't want to say down and dirty, that's probably the wrong phrase to use, but you're really, you've got zip lines included, paddleboard included, tuk-tuks, you've literally got everything. So you want to be in comfortable clothes, okay? If you ladies, I'm talking to the ladies, if you want to pop your stilettos on at night, by all means you can, because there's some amazing restaurants and bars and everything in, especially in Cape Town and Johannesburg. However, for the most part, be comfortable during the day. Sun protection, all that. Listen, that's all common sense. Now let's start the fun stuff. Okay, when you actually arrive in Cape Town. So you're going to land in Cape Town. It's a very welcoming airport from the moment you get into customs, okay? You'll clear customs, they'll stamp your passport, you'll go out and they'll have a sign. And I'm not sure what we named the tour, Ty, but whatever we've named this group, there's going to be a sign with a very welcoming person, okay? And they're going to greet you.
Ty.
There you go. There you go. But honestly, from the I cannot, and I'm not exaggerating, guys, from the moment you land in Cape Town, you are so, so well looked after. These people become your family. You'll know all the ins and outs about them, and you'll have the most amazing time with your guide. You're going to land in the airport. You will be tired. Okay, remember, it's a long old distance from the US to South Africa, but it will be worth the wait. You'll arrive there at the airport and you're going to be transferred to your hotel. And it's going to be the Commodore Hotel, and that's going to be your home for the next 5 nights, or for the first 5 nights. I've been lucky enough to stay in this hotel. Here's just a picture of the outside of it, okay? I've stayed in this hotel several times actually, but what I love about this property, the best thing about this property is its location. Okay, it is located a stone's throw away from the V&A waterfront, the Victoria and Alfred waterfront. If any of you have ever been to San Francisco, I'm sure you have. Ty, I know you're in California. The V&A is actually based on Fisherman's Wharf. So it has that same vibe, you know, the boats, the shops, the restaurants, all that type of thing. When I say the V&A is about a 3-minute walk from your hotel, that's how close you are. Okay, so brilliant, brilliant location. This is an idea of what your room will look like, okay? All of the rooms, this is exactly the room that I had. All of your rooms have balconies. So you're either going to be looking out towards the water, or you're going to be looking out towards Table Bay Mountain. So there's no views of car parks or parking lots or ugly buildings or anything like that. What I will also say about, so this hotel is a good solid 4-star property, okay? What I will say about this hotel is, and I like my food. Okay, now first I'm going to say to everybody, if anyone's planning to be on a diet when you're in South Africa, it's illegal. It's illegal to be on a diet when you're in South Africa because the food is so good. Okay. And I probably had the best breakfast experience in the Commodore Hotel. And they have their breakfast in this gorgeous courtyard. When I say, and breakfast is included every day, obviously, okay? When I say every type of fruit, imagine every type of meat, pastry, cereal, literally everything, omelette station pancakes, they cater for every single palate, okay? You won't go hungry. Now, if anybody has any dietary requirements, if we have any celiacs or anything like that on board, just let Ty know. Ty will communicate it with Aisha, and we let all of the properties know as well, okay? But they're well used to looking after people who might have dietary requirements. So you're going to be 5 nights in Commodore, okay? First night, you're exhausted. You'll get a good night's sleep. You'll wake up. You'll enjoy that delicious breakfast. Now we've got Juan joining in. Let me let him in. Yeah, perfect. So day 2, where are you off to? That's the question. So you've already had your delicious breakfast, okay, and then you're being picked up, and you're heading to the world's oldest township. So you might wonder, what is a township? Okay, so this is Langa Township. Langa's almost like a shanty town almost, okay? This one is dating back to 1927, and you're going to see how people lived back then. You're also going to see how people live now. I do have a little video that I'm going to share with you, okay? But it's an incredible experience. You may have the option to visit a school. I don't know if that's included, but a lot of people like to do that. It's a very, you'll see even in the picture there, you've just seen them with their traditional instruments and that. There's a really, really cool vibe to it. And then you're going to have a traditional township lunch included in that day as well. So again, I just want to reiterate that you're going to be walking through the township. It's not sitting on a bus looking out, and viewing that. That's not what this tour is all about. This tour is actually immersing yourself with the locals as well. Now let me just see if
and we've included on this day like a special welcome for the group. So the local people that live in the township are going to welcome your group with drums and dancing, and show you the specific gum boot dancing. So definitely wear your walking shoes as well, because you'll probably get pulled up to dance.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great introduction to Cape Town.
Yeah, no, it's so much fun, and it's a highlight for a lot of people. And I think, do you know what you're going to experience? You're going to have so many highlights throughout this trip, and each day you're going to say, I can't get better than that. Honestly, that's what it's going to be. You're going to say you can't top this until the next activity happens. But that's going to be in the morning, okay? You're going to have a really, really delicious lunch. And then in the afternoon, again, everything is close by, okay? You're going to go to Table Mountain. So Table Mountain, it's a gondola. You'll see the picture there, okay? Now, again, this is if Mother Nature is cooperating. I was there in December, and we went up in the gondola. You fit a lot of people in this gondola, by the way, okay? And you'll go up to the top of the mountain, and you just have the most panoramic view all over Cape Town. It's absolutely breathtaking. Now, when I was there, I've done it twice. It was like a blanket of cloud one day, and I can only imagine what it was like underneath. And then the next time I did it, it was just perfectly blue skies, absolutely breathtaking. And that's it really, so it's a very, very different day. This is a full pack day, okay? And then in the evening time, you're going to end the most amazing day with a champagne sunset cruise. So here's actually a picture of a group here, and you'll see this is the V&A waterfront, okay? What you need to watch out for when you're at the V&A waterfront, my first experience here, I was on the champagne sunset cruise, and the champagne was flowing. Okay, I'm Irish. I like to partake in a few glasses of vino and that. And they took the karaoke machine out, and we were blasting the music, and all we heard was cheering outside. And I was thinking maybe it's Simon Cowell, I'm getting a record deal. It was actually Akon. You know the singer Akon? His yacht had pulled up beside ours, and everybody was cheering for Akon next to us. So this is your sort of celeb haunt as well when you're in South Africa. The Cape Grace Hotel is just over here, and it was voted one of the world's best hotels in the world. So if you have time, pop in, even use the washroom, okay, or have a cup of coffee when you're in there. It's absolutely gorgeous. So now this is where day 3, you're going to head to bed after your champagne cruise, wake up in the morning, have your breakfast. Then this is a really, really fun, unique experience, okay? And I have to say, I'm jealous because there's nothing better than a city tour, okay? But how about doing a city tour in a sidecar? Like, how cool is that? Okay.
You're
So
gonna
gonna
look like the celebrities.
Absolutely. Now let me see here. I'm just going to show you a quick video of this, okay? Now I have not done this car tour, but it looks really, really cool. You're going to go through the whole city on a vintage motorbike, side-by-side motorbike, okay? It's a 2-hour chauffeured tour. You're going to go to the little windy streets. You're going to go to the Bo-Kaap district of Cape Town. It's a really fun, interactive way to explore a city versus sitting on a bus looking out your window. Okay, so let's play this little video. Let's see if it works. Everybody see it?
I see it.
And these are chauffeur driven, just to let everyone know. Nobody needs to nobody's going to be driving them on their own. I think Juan's having trouble getting in.
Yeah, Juan's trying to get in.
Yeah, I think he must be having trouble.
Yeah, we've let him in a couple of times.
She.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, she.
It's okay. It's okay.
So this gives you an idea of what the actual vehicles are like, okay? But you're not just going through the city centre, you're going up the windiness of Table Mountain and everything as well. So a really, really fun interactive experience. And as Aisha mentioned, don't worry, you're not actually driving the motorbike portion of it, okay? For insurance purposes, you're going to be in the sidecar. So it is a chauffeur driven, and this is the partner that we use on the ground as well, renowned and safety is obviously our top priority. And it's going to end at the V&A waterfront, which is perfect because, as I said, you're a stone's throw from your hotel and you've got the afternoon to explore yourselves as well, which is absolutely fantastic because there's so much to do and see around the V&A. Now this part, day 4, okay, you'll have the evening at leisure as well on day 3. Day 4, I said this to Ty earlier on, okay? Well, listen, I won't lie to you, okay? This part made me feel a little bit motion sickness or something, okay? I know, Ty, you're obviously an adventure thrill seeker. I'm a little bit, probably a scaredy cat might be the word I'll use for myself.
This is
okay?
what the whole South Africa trip started from. This longest zip line, world's longest zip line. This is the birthplace of this tour.
The world's who knew that the world's longest zip line was in South Africa? Well, Ty and Aisha knew.
Ty knew,
okay?
yeah.
Ty certainly knew.
I knew.
So you're going to listen, I don't know, are you going to have a very big breakfast that morning getting on these zip lines? I don't know, but the choice will be yours, okay? You're going to get up in the morning and then you've got to drive, and it's about an hour and a half away from the actual city centre, okay? So you're going out into the lush forest almost, and it's the Caledonian world's longest zip line, 3.2 kilometers, and this is where I felt sick. It goes to a speed of 120 kilometers per hour, so it's fast.
So just FYI, this zip line, it is 10,900 feet across. For those who want to understand what the length is, 10,000 feet across. The one in Dubai is 9,000. So South Africa has beat them by 1,000 feet. And they just built this particular zip line 2 years ago, and Dubai built theirs in 2018. But I did Dubai thinking that was the longest. Now I got to go to Cape Town because now they beat them. So I guess they're kind of like, back and forth, right? But
absolutely,
we're coming to do this.
And the scenery is going to be stunning from that high up.
Aisha, would you do it?
Yes.
You probably would. Yeah, not a chance, ladies, not a chance. Anyway,
Definitely.
we do have a little video. We have a little video to share of this one, okay? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. World's longest zip line. Here we go. Can you hear the sound on this video, or is it just me?
No, we can't.
Okay.
It's okay. We don't need to hear the sound. It's all visual. Yeah.
It is visual.
We can just feel it. We can feel it.
Oh,
it's
God.
Superman style. Superman style. It's all about aerodynamics. You got to be, centered, and you can't have bodies flaring everywhere. You got to be like a pencil almost. So he's holding on to something, whereas some of the other Supermans, you have to put your hands behind your back, but they just can't be loose.
Oh,
Yes, behind his back. See, I knew it. I knew it. I know my zip lines. I know. Yo.
There he goes.
There he goes, forever and ever and ever. I love it. I love it.
look at that.
I'm telling you, he's like gone, right? He just disappeared, right? Like, where'd he go?
Well, he
So this will give
survived.
you bragging rights when you complete it.
Yeah,
He sur-
exactly.
He survived. That's the most important thing, okay?
He
That's the...
did.
Oh, hold on. Why can't I
Cheers
get
to
into...
him.
Hold on 1 second. I can't hear. I just have to stop sharing for 1 second because I can't... I hid my thing. Let's see. And share. Okay. Everybody see it again. So that is what you're going to be doing. All of you crazy people are going to enjoy the world's longest zip line until Dubai probably overtake them in a couple of years, or Saudi or somebody else, because they're all in competition with each other, let me tell you, okay?
Yes,
So
yes.
after the most exhilarating zip line, you're going to head back into Cape Town. Again, not a long, particularly long drive. And then you're going to do one of the most fun experiences ever. Okay, this is, you're going to go to Gold Restaurant. Now, the last time I was in South Africa, I actually went to Gold Restaurant the day I landed, okay? You know, when you've just had the most longest day of travel, and I'll be honest with you, it was the last thing I wanted to do was to get dressed up and to go to a Gold Restaurant. But I thought, listen, have to do it. Oh my goodness, was I so glad that I did it. It was absolutely a massive, massive highlight for me. What this is here's just some information about it. It is it's right in the heart of Cape Town. Okay, so it is a restaurant, and you're going to go in. It's, I don't want to say it is a show. It's not just a show, it's not just a dinner, it's an experience. It's a true African experience. It is a 14-course meal. Okay, so remember I talked about that diet. The diets aren't allowed when you're in South Africa, okay? I thought, oh my goodness, how does anybody eat 14 courses? Well, it is. It's delicious. It's a tasting menu, okay? So don't worry, it's not coming in and you're getting massive portions. It is a tasting menu, family style. It's incredible. Now I'm sharing, these are my pictures, okay? I just want to share what it's like in real life, okay? Here's me. And what they do is they come around and they do face painting if you want, and it's using the traditional paints and the traditional arts of the Malayan people. They have drums everywhere, so you're going to sit down at your table and they're going to hand you a drum each, okay? You might think you know how to play the drums, okay? But they're going to teach you how to play them, and it is so interactive and so fun. The people are coming around, they're literally dancing with you, they're singing. It's a whole show. It's absolutely fantastic. I've just got a picture of the menu here just to give you an idea, okay? So it is traditional African food, and they come around with large plates and you serve yourself. The food was delicious, like
And it's
absolutely
from
incredible.
all over the whole continent as well. The tasting
Yeah,
is not just specifically South Africa.
no, you'll notice there it
Yeah.
shows Ethiopian food,
Yeah.
food from Zanzibar, and they'll change it up. They'll have Tanzanian food. And again, if you have any, I know, Aisha, you're vegetarian or vegan, and they cater for every palate out there. But it's not, as I said, it's not a sit down and you're rushing through your meal. It's a whole experience, and it'll last a few hours, okay?
And we
But
did put it on this day specifically because we felt that like everyone would be high on the adrenaline from the zip lining, so you would be really able to enjoy it. Unlike
yeah,
Jennifer, who did it jet lagged.
but that's what I'm saying. And I did it jet lagged and I absolutely adored it. Okay. And I actually, Ty, I didn't even say this to you. I have a group in South Africa at the moment, and she's been messaging me every single day. And her response for Gold was wow, wow, wow. Okay, they just absolutely loved it. Now, this is a night if you want, okay? Do you remember, if you want to put your glad rags on and get dressed up, you can for this, okay? You're not like people, some people will arrive in shorts and t-shirts, and that's perfectly acceptable, but you might find people get in and I know this group that just came back, all the women put the traditional African headdress on their hair and that type of thing. So whatever you're feeling that day, but it's a fantastic experience. So it's not just a dinner and show, it's a really, really interactive, immersive, true African welcome. That's how I would describe it. And food delicious. So you're going to go to bed with a very full belly that night, okay, after having your big zip lining day. And then the next day, you're going to wake up again, delicious breakfast. You're going to head to the Cape Peninsula and you're going to, listen, you're going to paddle with little penguins. Okay, this is a really unique experience. Now, what is the Cape Peninsula? The Cape, if you've ever done, which I'm sure you have, the Pacific Coast Highway, you know, San Francisco down to San Diego, imagine that drive on steroids. That's how I describe it, okay? The drive, and I think the Pacific Coast Highway is spectacular. This drive is out of this world. Okay, it's absolutely breathtaking. So whenever you leave Cape Town, the first area you're going to hit is Camps Bay. Camps Bay is known as the Beverly Hills of Cape Town. Okay, you're going to see all the $1 million homes and everything else. And this drive here, you're literally going to be on this road. Okay, you're going to be driving along and you're going to pass the 12 apostles, which are almost, I don't know the story of the 12 apostles in Cape Town, but it's carved out in the mountains. It's just beautiful. Every corner you go around, you're going to be like, does it get any better than this? It really is amazing. So the Cape Peninsula, you're going to the Cape of Southern Hope, which is the southernmost point in the northern hemisphere. Am I saying that right, Aisha? Southern Hemisphere. Southern Hemisphere.
Cape of Good
Yeah.
Point, yeah.
Cape of Good Point. It's absolutely gorgeous there. There'll be a photo opportunity. Let me see if I can show you some pictures. These are my pictures that I've taken, okay? What I will say is, remember I said at the beginning, this is your own group. Okay, so you're in your own bus with your own private guide. See this first picture here that I have? Look at the little baby baboon, okay? This was literally, we spotted these with our driver going along the road and we said, can we pull over and take pictures? If you were on a big motor coach with a big tour company, you wouldn't get that opportunity. You have to go from A to B very quickly and everything's on a strict timeline. When this is your own customized private group, you have that flexibility. Of course, you can pull over and take pictures. So this was a picture of a baboon with their little baby. Now, do not be handing them food or anything. Do not have your purse open, tie. They'll come and they'll take something out of your purse, okay?
I've seen some open a car door. There was, sorry to interrupt, but I just remembered. We were on a self-drive, a friend and I, and the car behind us had a carton of strawberries in the window on the dash, and the baboons ran right up to the car and tried to get the strawberries, but it was behind. And then one of the tourists got out of the car door and he wanted to take a photo, and the baboon ran in so quick, and him and the baboon were running in circles around the car, and the other guy was in the car and he was the driver and he was ducked down like this, and we said, is he still in the car? And the baboon was going through their food. Well, the other two were just running after each other, the baboon and the tourist.
Don't give them food. That's the moral of the story. And remember, a lot of people think the safari is the animal experience when you go to South Africa. It starts when you're in Cape Town, everybody, okay? Even seeing the baboons and that. You're going to go, you've got a... Ostrich. Listen, these little penguins, okay, and you guys, I didn't have the opportunity. I'm going to show you the video now. I didn't have the opportunity to kayak with the little penguins, but I always thought, my 6-year-old told me there was no penguins in South Africa. Well, he doesn't know there's a lot of penguins in South Africa. This is an area known as Boulders Beach, okay, and there's hundreds of these little penguins. These pictures don't do it justice. See the water here? The sand is like, and these are the pictures that I took, by the way. The sand is like white baby powder, okay? And the water is clear turquoise. It looks like you're in the Caribbean. It really, really does. The penguins, they might look cute, okay? But if you were down there, they'd be nipping at your ankles and stuff. So you're not allowed to actually walk on the beach anymore. But it's incredible to see them. And you guys are so lucky. Kudos to Ty and Aisha, because you're going to be getting out in kayaks and you're going to be paddling with these penguins. So I'm just going to show you a quick video, okay, which will show you, where is it? Here you go. To give you an idea what it's going to be like, okay?
And the paddling does take place in like a bay, so you're not in the open ocean where there's tons of waves and everything. It will be a bay.
Hold on.
Yeah. And you'll see them playing in the kelp and swimming right up to your kayak.
And they come up swimming really close to you as well. So you get really interactive with them, but absolutely incredible experience. After that, you're going to enjoy lunch in the most incredible restaurant. I had the pleasure of eating in Bertha's restaurant, which is right on the waterfront. If any of you are seafood lovers, you're in for a treat. Okay, like again, I cannot reiterate how good the food is in South Africa. Food is going to be amazing. You're going to go down to the Cape of Good Hope. The scenery is incredible. You can walk up to the lighthouse, and from a view, like the panoramic views everywhere you look. Absolutely spectacular. Now, a tip for you is as well, okay, when you're at Boulders Beach, the shopping there, they have, if anyone's interested in actual handcraft, paintings or anything real authentic African art, you can buy it right there at Boulders Beach. They have a craft market right there. Price point was incredible. Okay, really, really good price point. They're sitting there, they're doing the paintings, they're carving out things. I'd highly, highly recommend buying stuff when you're there or if you want to, okay, because I couldn't get over the price point and stuff. I picked up some paintings. I picked up wooden giraffes that I don't need, but they were so cute. Ty, you have a question?
So if we were to get the paintings, are we able to ship them back home or do we have to take them back with us?
Okay, so really good question. If you were buying paintings at the V&A waterfront, if you go into one of the art shops, okay, they can ship them home for you. No problem. And they're well used to doing stuff like that. At this particular place, this is like an authentic market. Okay, what they're going to do is they're going to roll it up and they're going to put it in. It's not, it's the real McCoy in that sense. Okay, so just be prepared. And there as well, that's where you need cash. And I should have mentioned that at the beginning. All the rest of the places will accept, Visa, MasterCard. Amex will not be accepted. Okay, very rarely do they accept American Express in South Africa. So just be aware of that. But you'll need some cash when you're here for those type of markets. Now, I should have mentioned at the beginning as well, the rand, you're going to feel like millionaires with your US dollar versus the rand. I felt like it with my Canadian dollars, and your dollar's worth a hell of a lot more than our dollar. So whenever you land in Cape Town, your guide will bring you to a place to exchange your US dollars for rand, okay? And I used to think, oh God, is this that they've got a deal going on? They don't. They get you best bang for your buck, okay? Versus getting it at the airport at the Bureau de Change where they charge you an arm and a leg. Your guide will look after that for you and get you a really, really good deal, okay? So you can ship from that place, Ty, but there's other places where there's lots of opportunities to ship.
Okay,
Especially some of those, like ceramics and stuff like that, because there's so much beautiful work, beautiful pieces that you can pick up. Gorgeous stuff.
And I just also want to mention, if you do see something you like, buy it, because chances are you're not going to see that same piece ever again. And you'll be thinking about it and looking for it the whole trip and you will not find it.
Read now I know me and you've spoken about that, Aisha, and that's happened to both of us before, especially jewelry and different things like that, because a lot of the stuff is handmade. They're such skilled people. It's absolutely incredible. So after this day, okay, this is going to be a long day, and then you're going to head back to Cape Town, and then this trip is almost like 3 holidays in one. That's how I would describe it, okay? Because the first part, Cape Town, doing all of this fun stuff. Then the next part is you're going to wake up in the morning time, okay? And you're going to take the short flight that's going to bring you to Kruger. Now, Ty, do you still have a question, or is your hand just still up?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I don't have any more questions.
That's fine. That's fine.
Sorry about that.
Just want to make sure. So you've got a morning flight to Kruger, okay? And this is where Ty's thrill seeking continues. And Aisha's, because I think Aisha wants to go in this trip as well. And you're going to head to Grasskop. Now, I've never been here. So, but all I know is it's got lots of thrilling rides happening here. You've got the big swing. You've got a cliff walk for those of you who want to risk it. And then you've got another big zip line, and you've got a forest boardwalk. So this is just, this is like a natural wonderland for thrill seekers. It seems to have everything included. So you're going to be spending one night here right at Grasskop, which is right at the edge of Kruger, okay? And you're spending a night at Angel View Hotel. Now, again, I haven't been to Grasskop, so I can't speak from personal experiences, but I will show you the video, okay? So you can see a little bit about it.
And I
And I
have been to this area myself, and it's just scenic. Like everything is just perched on the edge of an escarpment, and there's some famous, iconic spots that the group can visit as well while you're driving. But all of the activities are kind of operated in this escarpment.
okay, we'll just play this here.
Yeah.
This is the cliff walk.
Looks exciting.
Look at that bridge. Jeez, that bridge.
I'm feeling something. I'm feeling something.
So this is
The big
this is
swing.
the Disney. Oh my. Oh my.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh my goodness.
You couldn't pay me to do it. You
I'm
could not pay
thrilled.
me.
You can pay me. I will do it. Pay me everything. Yes.
This is the Disneyland for thrill seekers, isn't it? This
It
is like the.
It is.
But look,
This is-
imagine
this is
you're
go big. Yes.
you're right there at Kruger, though. You're right at the cusp of Kruger National Park as well, which is, I suppose, from a location point of view, pretty special. Pretty special.
This is so
Oh, no.
beautiful. I'm so psyched.
Mhm.
David, you see this? You know how you love your hikes and your mountains and your back views. This is amazing.
I see it. I see it.
Oh, look, that would be me. To see your one hanging on for dear life. That's me. Yeah, so the big lift, it descends you 51 meters into the heart of the ancient Afromonte forest. Then you've got the glass-fronted elevator provides stunning vistas. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Look at the rainbow. Yeah, a lot going on that day.
And then we fill ourselves up with all the calories that we just burned, right?
Absolutely. And lots of choice. And then you're actually staying in a gorgeous hotel that night as well, at the Angel View Hotel. I think I've got some pictures of it. So I'm just going to stop sharing now. I think you've got a general idea. Oh, sorry, I meant to just come out of the video. Hold on. Where is my thing gone? Share. It's doing it again. Hold on. Keeps on covering the top of my presentation, so that's why I can't get back into it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that's going to be a fun-filled, packed day for you. You'll have your adrenaline going 90, so you will, and you're spending a night at the Angel View Hotel, okay? I thought I had a slide with a picture, but this is where, okay, this is in my opinion, okay, the next part of the journey is, words can't even describe it. Okay, this is where when people think of safari, okay, I'm a pampered princess, okay, I like nice accommodations and I like to stay in the lap of luxury when I'm going away. I'm getting personal here, my first experience in South Africa was 17 years ago, and I was told, oh, you have to go on safari and camp. And I thought, do they not know me at all? I don't camp, okay, because I think of tenting and roughing it, okay? Let me tell you, there's nothing roughing it about the Maduli Safari Lodge, okay? This is going to be your home for 2 nights. Now, this is an all-inclusive experience. What do I mean by this? All of your activities are included. Your game drives are included. Your food, remember we talked about diets? Ain't no diets here, okay? Food is going to be absolutely incredible. So it's everything's included. It's going to be 2 nights, 3 days of incredible experiences, okay? If you haven't experienced a safari before in your life, I'm not being cheesy, it's life-changing. You've got a different appreciation for the wild, okay? So just these are some pictures of what it looks like, okay? We do have a video as well to show you what the lodge is like. But just for those of you who want to know what safari is like, so this is actually in Kruger National Park, okay? So one of Africa's largest game reserves. This is where the Lion King is happening, okay? This is not like going to Busch Gardens or going to a zoo where, you know, you're just wandering around and seeing animals enclosed or, their animals are roaming free. They're in their own natural habitat, okay? The goal of safari is to see the big five. That's most people's goal when they go on safari, okay? Not everybody's lucky enough to do that. Again, we can't guarantee it, but at Medouli Lodge, where you're staying is, the likelihood is that you will see the big five, but you're also going to see so many other animals as well, and your mind will be blown. So the way it works is you do 2 game drives. I'm just going to tell you the experience of a game drive. You'll first you're checking in. It's 5-star luxury, okay? Absolutely incredible. You'll have 2 game drives. You'll have one in the morning and you'll have one in the evening time, and there'll be different, really, really different experiences because you'll see different animals at that time. They'll be in a different state of whether they're sleeping or if they're awake or they're hunting. And your ranger, so on your vehicle, I have some pictures here I'm going to show you. This is, look, the big, look, you're just showing the animals here to get you excited, okay? These are my pictures, okay, just to show you. Look at all of the lions sleeping and the cubs. Can you see it? This is right there beside me, and I'm taking these pictures of these lions, elephants, all the rest. So in the morning when you go in a game drive, okay, this was our guide here. They have what's called sunrisers. So what is a sunriser? Okay, you're going to be in like a Jeep vehicle. And I told you at the beginning, it can get chilly in the morning time, okay? So this is where you're going to want to have, you know, a light jacket or a hoodie. They will have blankets on the vehicles as well, okay, to keep you warm. And you'll have a ranger and you're going to have a tracker. Now, these people could not be paid enough, in my opinion. They are so talented. They will look down at the ground and they'll spot something. They'll be able to say, a leopard was here 2 hours ago, based on the paw prints on the ground, okay? They hear things that we don't hear, they see things that we don't see, but their job is to spot out the animals so you guys can see it. But you'll go in the drive, okay, hopefully you'll have spotted some good animals, then you'll pull over, they'll find a spot, and this was actually a private runway for some private jets that come into the reserve, okay? And you'll see a bottle there, which is Amarula, okay, which is almost like the South African Baileys. If you like Baileys and coffee or hot chocolate or tea, they'll have something for everybody, and cookies and biscuits and all that good stuff. But I should say, so whenever you wake up when you're at the game reserve, they will wake you up very, very early in the morning, okay? You'll go down to the main lodge. You'll have something light to eat. It could be croissants or smoothies or something like that. Then you'll go off in the game drive. You'll have your sunrisers. You'll spot the different animals. Then you'll come back and you'll have breakfast, okay? You'll have a delicious breakfast. And then you've got loads of time to enjoy the actual lodge as well. Remember, you have swimming pools. They'll have a spa if you just want to walk around and explore. This is like 5-star luxury in Kruger, okay? In the Lion King's den. This is what you're in. Now, whenever you're walking to your lodges, okay, in the evening times, you'll have a guide who will walk with you with a gun. Okay. Now, it's not because they're worried about Paul or Peter coming in to rob you, okay? They're more worried about maybe the leopard that's walking around or a lion or something like that. But don't worry about it. It's just from a precautionary measure. They don't want people wandering in the night time. So just listen to your guide, okay? Top tip when you're on the safari vehicle as well. Like, as you can see, I took these pictures, okay? The lions are very, very relaxed. These lions aren't, they haven't been tranquilized or anything else. They're very, very relaxed. They're used to safari vehicles so they don't see safari vehicles as a threat. The only time they see a safari vehicle as a threat is if you stand up. Okay? You are not allowed to stand up on your safari vehicle. So don't do it. Your guide is going to give you these rules, okay? Listen to them. They know what they're talking about, and their job is to keep you guys safe, okay? So if you listen to them, you're perfectly safe. But we came so, so close. Like, the picture doesn't do it justice. These were the cutest things ever, okay? And all the little babies and everything. Scroll down. Now, can you spot what this is again, these are my pictures, okay? Can you see, look, there's obviously a leopard, okay? To see a leopard at times can be rare. So we were so lucky. Can you see what's hanging beside?
It's an impala.
It's a poor old impala. This was the leopard's dinner. Okay, so this was a leopard that had just got an impala, and you could see, and again, the guide was able to tell us, the ranger was able to say exactly when this leopard killed the impala, because you could tell by the way the stomach was moving up and down, like absolutely incredible, like the most beautiful animals. And then when we moved away, all you could hear then, which I actually thought were the most scariest animals in all of this part, was the hyenas. Like the hyenas have a bad rep from the Lion King, and I can so get it, okay? So whenever what the hyenas is waiting for is whenever the cheetah's done with the impala will fall down and the hyenas will obviously eat all the scraps and everything.
Yeah, they're
But
scavengers.
they are scavengers.
Yeah.
Are you scared of them, Aisha? I was terrified of them.
No, when I was there, we were surrounded by an entire family of hyenas with
Oh,
babies, and I just thought they were the cutest. But they were sketchy, like they were waiting for scraps or
yeah,
something.
they
Um,
are, in my opinion, they're very scary, but incredible experience, okay? This is just showing, look, isn't this lady the most beautiful woman in the world? She's absolutely gorgeous, but this is where we had some sundowners in the evening time, okay? So a sundowner is the opposite to a sunriser. Okay, so remember you're going to go off on your afternoon game drive. Okay, so remember you're going to come back for lunch. You're going to chill out. You might go to the pool. You might go to the spa. David might go for a hike around the area, whatever anybody wants to do. But then before you go on your afternoon game drive, should I say, you might be a bit peckish after the big lunch that you had, okay? And they don't want you going hungry. So what they'll do then is they'll have afternoon tea. Okay, so they'll serve up afternoon tea as well, and then you'll go off on your game drive, and then you'll spot some other animals, and then they'll have what's called a sundowner. So sundowner is literally, as it says in the tin, it's watching the sun go down right there in Kruger National Park, and they'll take out different drinks for you. A lot of people like to have a gin and tonic or a pink gin or whatever your tipple of taste is. They'll have it organized for you, and some little aperitifs and stuff like that. But you'll see from the staff here, their smiles on their faces, I think says a million things. They are the nicest, most welcoming people I've ever experienced in my life, and they're so proud of their land. So this is an idea of a sundowner anyway. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll have it on the vehicle as well. Ours one was more stationed, and one of the nights when we had our sundowner, we stopped, and then all of a sudden our guide was like, everybody back in the vehicle, and we were like, what's going on? And they're like, there's a rhino over there. So we were too close to a rhino, so he brought us back in, and oh, listen, it was amazing. So for any of you thrill seekers out there, let me tell you, there's not a bigger thrill than being bloody close to a rhino. Okay, and you're off the vehicle. So this is the type of experience. It really is. I think we mentioned it at the beginning. It's bucket list type of stuff here. Okay, it really, really is. And this experience, in my opinion, is worth its weight in gold. It's absolutely incredible. When you go back to the Safari Lodge in the evening, there'll be a Boma dinner. Aisha, do you want to explain what a Boma dinner is?
Yeah, so everybody they prepare it outside, and it's like a big outdoor barbecue. And they have a big fire, and they have all the food set up and all the chairs in a circle. Some of them do dancing and presentations. Sorry, not presentations. Dancing and
Singing and everything, don't they? It's really
yeah,
cool.
singing, and there's fire, and everyone just kind of, it's like here where we hang out by the campfire, but they'll have a
Yeah.
big, huge buffet of all the different food, and it's pretty amazing because you also hear all of the sounds in nature. And the reason why we picked the tents rather than like an actual like hotel room at the lodge was so you do have that experience of hearing all the sounds at nature, because it's going to be totally different than in the day. You're going to hear different animals off in the distance, and that's part of the safari experience.
Mhm.
So
I've I've just got a little video of Medulla Lodge as well, okay? Just to give you an idea. you'll have the opportunity as well to do a walking safari. And what's a walking safari is literally, you just saw it there a moment ago. You'll go with your guide and you'll go in single file into the bush. Again, they will have guns with them for your safety. They very rarely have to use it, but it's an incredible experience as well when you're looking and saying, look what's over there. And it's thrill. Listen, it's thrill seeking in a different
Yeah,
way.
your
than just
heart will be
lining.
pumping.
Your heart will be pumping. If you're not bird fanatics, you're going to become bird fanatics, let me tell you, because they'll say to you, oh, if they hear a flock of birds coming, there's a certain animal on the ground that they can see. They'll be able to spot snakes. You'll even get excited by bugs. Okay, like do you remember dung bugs?
The dung
Is that
beetle. The dung
the
beetle.
dung beetle, which they're rolling in dung, but they have a whole process in place, and it's like
And it's amazing.
absolutely
And
amazing.
the guides and the drivers just find them. Like you would never see it when you're going on safari, and then all of a sudden it'd be like stop, and you're looking for like a big animal, and then they're like, there, look at the dung beetle, or look at the chameleon on like a leaf, and like it's completely camouflaged, and the
Yeah.
guides can just find it, and it's absolutely incredible. And you get so excited about little things you never even
Yeah.
realized would excite you.
Who gets excited about beetles? I do now, because
Yeah.
who knew that they play such a vital role when you're in Kruger National Park. It's crazy. All of the animals play a vital role. So again, you're going to be here for 2 nights, 3 days, okay? It's going to be a life-changing experience. You're in the lap of luxury. As you'll see from the video, everything is so tastefully decorated, so well thought out. All the materials that they're using are local African artists and stuff. It's very much about giving back to the community. But all good things come to an end, okay? And I'm sorry you're going to have to leave. You're going to have to leave Kruger, but the journey doesn't end here, okay? Your next stop is going to be Johannesburg, or as the locals call it, Joburg, okay? And again, as I'm a pampered princess, I've mentioned this already, you're staying in my favorite hotel in Johannesburg, which is the Da Vinci Hotel. And I was lucky enough to stay here as well. You're going to be 2 nights. It's going to be your home for 2 nights. Now, the most amazing thing for the Da Vinci Hotel, and a bit like I mentioned that with the Commodore in Cape Town as well, is the location. So this hotel is what I would say is in the Times Square of Johannesburg, okay? You're right in Nelson Mandela Square. So Johannesburg has a reputation of being quite a dangerous city, okay? What I would say is there's opportunists everywhere you go to, okay? But this is an area where you want to have your wits about you. However, the area that you're staying in, the Nelson Mandela Square, is completely safe. It's literally a square. You've got top restaurants, and the likes of Hard Rock Cafe and different places like that are all here. It's in a mall. So you're actually connected to a mall, and I'm going to apologize in advance to all you ladies, because you're going to be bankrupt after your trip to this mall, okay? Because it has every shop possible, and the value for money is absolutely incredible. So this is going to be your home, and the rooms, this is a solid like 4 or 5-star hotel. It's absolutely beautiful. These are my pictures. It doesn't do it justice, okay? The rooms are gorgeous. Very, very, I describe it as contemporary and bougie. Okay, it's a bit bougie, and I love it. The food, I did say the Commodore's breakfast was amazing. The breakfast at the Da Vinci is equally as good, okay? All of your properties are going to have swimming pools as well. If you want to just lay by the pool or dip, remember it's summertime. If you want to cool off and stuff, you can do. All of the hotels have it. Gorgeous pool here in the Da Vinci Hotel as well. So you're going to wake up next day. You're not doing Soweto. For those of you who don't know what Soweto is, it's the world's largest township, okay? This is where Nelson Mandela was, his home was in Soweto. So you're not doing of course you're not doing a regular tour in Soweto. You're going to do a tuk-tuk tour experience, okay? So you're going to get up in the morning again and have your breakfast, and then you're going to get on a colourful tuk-tuk, and you're going to go through the streets of Soweto. And this is an incredible experience. It's quite a humbling experience. You're going to meet a lot of people of little financial means. However, probably the richest people you'll ever meet. Okay, they are the happiest people. They are so, so proud of their areas. You're going to go and see the Hector Peterson Memorial. You're going to go to Constitution Hill. You're going to see Nelson Mandela's house. And then in the afternoon, this is going to be a highlight for you. Is you're going to the Lesedi Cultural Village. And this is a traditional tour. You've got a show, you've dinner. Aisha, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's just another cultural village that you're going to go to, and it's a different culture than down in Cape Town. I personally haven't done the Lesedi, but almost every group goes here, and it's a full afternoon with another different type of show and dinner again.
Yeah. And this is what a tuk-tuk's like, okay? So for those of you who are wondering what tuk-tuks are like, these are little tuk-tuks going through Soweto, okay? You're going to see a lot of kids, a lot of children, okay? And they're so, so happy. What I would say is, and this is how people are still living. So do you remember when I talk about people of little financial means? They're almost like huts that they're living in, okay? They're really, really happy. This is the life that they know. What I would encourage, and there's no expectation, okay? This is where a lot of people might want to bring, going to the dollar store and picking up coloring books or soccer balls. Okay, soccer balls go down a treat for the children. And this is where sometimes people want to give things out. Okay, again, it's not expected. You don't have to do it. But I feel, I don't know about you guys, I'm humbled when I go to see the poverty in some of these places. A lot of people like to do it. So you're going to have, it's going to be absolutely amazing. Okay, it's a really, really incredible experience. And doing it in a tuk-tuk really makes it a little bit more special as well. So you're going to get out of the tuk-tuk. You'll have opportunities to go to the shops. There's Mandela's house here as well. Okay, so there's a lot of things going on, a lot of color. You're going to learn all about the apartheid history. It'll be a heavy day in areas, but I think you're going to leave feeling refreshed as well, seeing how happy these people are. It's an incredible, incredible experience. Let's stop this. Let's see if I can get back in here without having to change my... There we go. Shoot. The bar stops me from being able to get back into the presentation. We have to keep on chopping and changing here. Okay, so that's going to be your day in Soweto. You'll visit, I said, Constitution Hill as well. You're going to have guided tours. This is the Apartheid Museum here, okay? It is a living museum. It's interactive. You'll walk through, you'll hear all about what the famous prisoners there is, Mahatma Gandhi, and then obviously we all know Nelson Mandela as well. So the rest is literally history, but you're going to walk through it and see how far South Africa has come in actually such a short period of time as well. When you think about how recent so many of this stuff is, it's going to be a heavy day in certain parts as well. And then the next day is the end of the South Africa portion of this trip. Okay. So you will have 2 nights in Johannesburg. So you're going to have your final morning, you're going to have your breakfast, okay? And you're either going to head home to the US of A, or we do have an optional tour as well, okay? So if you guys, you're all this way, you've made it all the way to South Africa, okay? And a lot of people, you are so, so close to one of the big nature's 7 wonders of the world. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Any guesses? Ty, you're not allowed to answer this, and Aisha, you're not allowed to answer this. Everyone's quiet. I'll give you a clue, okay? It's a big waterfall, okay? It's a lot of waterfalls. So it gives you, this is Victoria Falls, okay? So you do have the option for a 2-night stay in Victoria Falls as an add-on. A lot of people, when they do South Africa, because you are so, so close to Zimbabwe, okay? So you're going into a different country here. Now, remember I said for South Africa, you don't need a visa, okay? For Zimbabwe, you do. However, you get it on arrival. It's a very, very easy process. Aisha, are we talking $40 or so?
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, give or take.
For the
Again,
US.
don't take that as gospel, but these pictures don't do it justice, okay? I'm sure you've probably seen the Netflix documentaries. I'm sure you've probably seen the videos that they have. Victoria Falls is one of the most impressive waterfalls in the world. Now, Aisha, for the thrill
Mm-hmm.
seekers out there, I know we have one of our colleagues who literally just came back from Victoria Falls. Ty, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know if you know about the angel baths that are in Victoria Falls.
No, share it with us.
The Devil's Pools.
The Devil's Pools
I've
in
heard about
Victoria
that.
Falls. Yes. So this is,
Mhm.
I don't know, would they have the opportunity of doing that, Aisha?
Well, it depends on the water flow. Usually December you should be able to. But again, it just depends on Mother Nature. It's basically you go right to the edge where the water's coming, and you can sit there and take pictures. But of course, if it's flowing like in the video, it wouldn't be allowed. But you can just sit there, and we just had a colleague that was there a couple weeks ago, and
Here.
she has some
I'm just going to
incredible
show you.
pictures.
I
Yeah.
haven't vetted this video, so excuse me if anything bad comes up in it, but gives you an idea here, okay? I saw, as Aisha mentioned, Tanya, who's one of our colleagues, just came back. I was having heart palpitations just looking at her videos, but look at that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean
this
the water
is
there looks a bit full for my liking. But they wouldn't allow anybody in if it was too full. But in
yeah.
December you should be able to sit at the edge there.
This is very normal. I often see, I don't know if you guys are on Instagram and stuff, and you're always, sometimes I think, oh my goodness, they're doing the, they've got these rainbows in Victoria Falls. Are they actually real, or is this somebody,
They are.
AI putting it in? It is real,
Mm-hmm.
everybody.
It's
Okay,
the
it's
sun and the
almost,
mist.
you'll get soaked. Okay, so I'm just letting you know now as well, okay? You will get soaked. They do have ponchos that you can put on, but again, you're going to get wet. It's God's mist. That's what they call it, okay? God's mist, and sometimes God is lashing down on you, so you'll get really, really wet, but then you'll walk out and you're not slumming it again, let me tell you, because you're going to the Victoria Falls Lodge, which is a beautiful property for 2 nights. That's going to be your home. Absolutely spectacular place that you're going to be staying, and you'll be able to sit by the pool there. The really nice thing about this resort that you're going to be in for the 2 nights is you can actually hear the falls from your hotel. Okay, from your lodge, you can actually hear the noise of the falls, which is, I don't know about you guys, but I find it therapeutic if you can hear water. Imagine hearing those falls. What I will say with safari, and I didn't mention when you're at Madooley Lodge as well, is the noise of the animals at night. You can hear the lions roar and different things like that. So throughout this whole trip, your senses are going to be so heightened because, well, you'll hear Ty screaming from the zip line as well. So you're going to hear the screaming of the zip line and all this stuff, but you're going to hear the animals, you're going to hear the water in Victoria Falls as well. It's absolutely spectacular. Here's an idea of this is actually Victoria Falls Safari Club that you'll be staying in. I just wanted to show you this image because when you're sitting in the pool, okay, you'll see these areas of water, they're like water holes. Okay, and you'll see this throughout when you're in safari as well, and you'll often just see the animals coming up and drinking the water from it. It could be hippos, it could be whatever it is, baby elephants. It's just absolutely out of this world. So that's again, this is an optional for Victoria Falls. What I will say is the whole trip is a bucket list trip. Okay, it's absolutely incredible. So if your time allows and your funds allow, it's a great option to extend for 2 nights. But what I will say as well is, although this is a bucket list trip, you're going to want to go back. You're going to want to go back to South Africa. As I said, I've been several times already. Latest being December of last year, and I'm bringing my family next year. So because it keeps on calling me back because there's so many things, and from a hospitality point of view, the people are just amazing. They feel like family. I'm in touch with the guide all the time. You get to know and love them. So I have no doubt that's going to happen for you guys as well. So then after your 2 nights, unfortunately, all good things do come to an end. You'll be planning your next trip with Ty, wherever the next thrill-seeking adventure will be after South Africa. But this one is going to be, I'm going to tell you, top of the memory list anyway. Now, Ty, I've got just the pricing and stuff here and the next. I don't know if you want to go through that.
So this is South Africa, you guys, and I hope that this presentation superseded your expectations. I know so many of you guys were so curious as to, what are we doing? What part of South Africa are we going to? What are we going to see? So this is the curated itinerary that I thought was absolutely amazing. Every single place was, picked and chosen on purpose with intention so that we could see it'll be a balanced trip, right? So we have the adventure, we have the luxury, we have the culture, and then of course we have this amazing fall to actually end the trip with. It is a two-part trip. In other words, we have the land and then we have South Africa and Victoria Falls. So that's the price that you guys see. It does not include the international flights, but the land package. So if you were just there, just doing the land and not South Africa, that's what the price would be, the $776.75. And if you did South Africa and Victoria Falls, you see that price there. But again, those prices do not include the international flights because the trip is so far away. We cannot include the flights this early in the planning process. So this is your guide, your South Africa trip. And I'm excited about this because there's so many things there that I want to see that I'm assuming everyone on this call wants to see. It's a total immersive experience. And I think that Aisha and Jennifer did an amazing job. So I'm going to give them a round of applause for what they've done. I really appreciate the detailed information, you taking the time out to really walk through and give us exactly your experience in South Africa, but then what we are to expect. So I am grateful. I am thankful. So now I'm going to open up the floor. If there's anyone that wants to talk, you have questions about this trip, you can now unmute yourselves and or Jennifer, unmute them so people can talk. Have at it, guests, please ask your questions.
Hi, it's Olga.
Hi,
What
Olga.
Uh-oh.
what type of bedrooms are no twin beds? So that's my thing. These hotel accommodations, what kind of rooms are they? Are they at least a queen bed? So I can't go no less than a queen. I need king, but I can't do nothing less than a queen. So that's my main concern right now.
Yeah, typically if you're sharing with someone, it will be 2 queen beds in the room. And if you're, with your partner or in a single room, then it would be a king bed in the rooms.
So the likes of the Maduli
Okay,
Lodge,
cool.
so the Safari, it'll be a king bed if you opt for a king bed, or then 2 queen beds.
Yes, sometimes in other countries they call it a twin, but it's still considered, it's a king. So I know that sometimes the language can get a little misunderstood. But yes, David, we all adults will be in king or queen beds.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Olga, you have.
Sorry, I was just going to say about the accommodation as well. So just say it's 2 ladies traveling or 2 friends or something where you want 2 separate beds. In South Africa, it's a little bit funny. They'll actually have the beds together and the sheets are separate. The bedding is separate, but we will just ask our partners to say, divide the beds, okay? So there's a locker in between. That's something that we do now as well because we've learned from it. Because in different countries, they might say, well, it's separate because you've separate sheets. I don't want to roll over onto somebody else if it's not my husband, or so that's what we have to say, separate the beds. So you let us know your requirements and we let them know. Sorry,
Miss
Olga.
Olga?
Hi, hey, I wanted to know if I bring someone but they're not into doing the zip lines and etc., is that price change? Because they might be frightened. They're not like me.
That'd be me. That's me, Olga. Okay. I'll be that person.
Yeah,
No,
right
it's
now their price is based on everyone traveling and doing the same thing.
All right.
But you don't have to do the zip line. I mean, clearly around the zip lining, there's lots of natural, nature to walk around, to do something else, to see other things. You don't have to do the zip line.
Yes.
But it does. But the price is all inclusive, so it doesn't change. So this is the trip in its totality.
Yes. Okay, great. So I can let them know because I will be asked those questions.
Yes.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Anybody else have any questions?
Who wants to go to South Africa?
Yeah, that's my question. Who
I
wants to
know.
go?
Listen, I'm going too. But
I'm gonna do
Raise your hand.
I want to do all the adventure.
I
Yeah.
don't.
Me too.
Patricia's coming too. Yes.
All
It
right.
is a trip of a lifetime, though. I will reiterate. I hope you've got that across. I hope we portrayed that, but it is the ultimate, ultimate destination. It really is.
So if let's say only a few people or just even one person is going to go to the Victoria Falls, but everyone else is only going to do the land, can that person still be able to go to the Victoria Falls even if they're going by themselves and everyone doesn't? They leave?
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can arrange that for
Yes.
sure.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
I just have a quick question. I'm just
Rhonda.
curious, like, cause like at the beginning, you guys said everyone kind of was gonna be out of the States. As Ty knows, I'm out of Canada. So, I mean, I can look into my own travel requirements, but I'm just curious if that affects anything
No,
on South
Rhonda.
Africa's end with you guys. No?
I should have
Okay.
I should have said, Rhonda, we're actually in Canada. Myself and Aisha are
Yeah.
in Canada.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it doesn't impact you at all, and we can still help with flights and stuff like that. But you don't
yeah.
need any visas or anything like that. Exact same requirements as a US citizen too, or a US passport holder.
And I have no problem looking into that myself. Like I'm doing the same for the other trip that I'm doing with Ty. I just thought I'd ask because
Yeah.
sometimes you guys would know if there's something in particular. So,
Yeah, no, it's a very welcoming country. They make it easy. None of these,
Mhm.
detailed visas or anything like that. It's so easy.
okay, perfect.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Yay, Rhonda. All right. Anybody else? No one else has a question? Okay. All right. Well, it sounds like everyone understands exactly what the trip entails. You've got the cost, you've got the timing. Besides Olga and Rhonda, does it seem like anybody else is interested in the trip?
There's a few people I will ask, but I have to see because it's so far away. That's
Right.
why some aren't. They won't do the zip line probably because they're
That's
frightful,
fine.
not cool with it. But they probably just would go for everything else. So for
Okay.
me, it would be only 3 other people besides me who I'm gonna hit up and see if they
Okay,
want
I
to do it.
appreciate that. Thank you, Olga.
Yeah.
Yeah, Olga has done some stuff with us when I first started my business. Olga was one of our, I guess you could say, OG adventuresses because we were doing
Oh.
kayaking and zip lining and parasailing and all that good stuff back in 2020. So she hasn't done anything in a while because of working, but welcome back, Olga. Welcome
I'm
back.
putting myself out there. I don't know what's gonna happen because of my job, but I just wanted to know what was happening and the details, and because I always wanted to go over there, but I'm just really going by faith. That's it. If I regarding
Okay.
work.
So are we. So are we. Now, the reason why, just FYI, the reason why I dropped this trip so early is so that people would have time to, try to look at your schedules, but then also for the payments for the trip. So that doesn't, because if I ran this trip the top of 28, because of the cost point, that might have been an issue. So I want to make sure that everybody has enough time to be able to, kind of gather and just kind of think about it, but to be able to make the payments for the trip.
Yes.
One more question.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a different price for single occupancy versus double occupancy?
Yes, and we'll talk about that later. I
Okay.
didn't put the single occupancy rate up there because I didn't think anybody want to be by themselves, but I can definitely give you what that rate is.
I travel a lot on my own. Although after hearing this, I feel like my 30-year-old son's gonna be like, you better not go without me. So so we'll see. But I mean, I do usually travel alone, so that's kind of why I'm just curious on that. But yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So, okay, thanks.
All right. Anybody else?
Charmine's
Okay.
excited as well. I can see in the chat.
I know, I saw that. Yay. David, I'm curious, what do you think about this trip? I know you and I talked about this a little bit. I know besides the timing, because it's so far down the road, but what do you think about the presentation and what the trip entails?
It It was a great presentation. I like everything about it. Like I said, I mean,
Okay.
I have no, it's just like you said, the timing. So we
Yeah.
see how it goes. Yeah.
Okay. 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 All right. I appreciate the honesty. Thank you. Anybody else? All right. Okay, well, I think that's it. Well, I appreciate you all jumping on this call. I know we've been on here for a while, but hopefully it was worth your while. Hopefully you guys are, take this information and consider or think about this, but I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys coming on just to, to just hear about what it is that we've been working so hard in the background to put together for you guys. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. This session has been recorded. So if anybody wants to, take the recording and share it with somebody else, you're welcome to do so. I will send you guys the link. Other than that, I think we can just say, until we meet in South Africa.
Alberta's in. She's just messaged. She's in. She wants to know how she pays her deposit. So you'll need to get on to her, Ty.
Ooh, okay. How do you see all this? I don't see
Just
this.
I just see the chat come in there. So Alberta said she had to
Oh.
go, but she's in. Let me know
Alright,
when I need to
cool.
pay the deposit. So there you go.
Perfect.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I see it now. I see it now. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Well, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna let you guys get off the call if you have dinner going on or you need to go to bed because some people in other states, other countries. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a beautiful night and I will we'll keep in touch.
Take care, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Good night, good night, good night, good
All
night.
right. Good night. Good night.
Bye,
Good night.
Ty.
Good
All right.
Bye.
night. Good
Bye,
night.
you guys. Thank you.
End event. There we go.
All right. Is everybody gone but us?